Hi everybody, it's great to see you. Today we're going to be looking at something different about the Chinese New Year. In China, they have a symbol called a Yin Yang symbol, and the Yin Yang symbol is the concept about, it's about thinking about things that are good and things that are bad and things that aren't the same. Okay, so in this symbol we've got a white bit and the white bit and a black bit, and the shape here is a circle, a bit like the sunshine or the moon. Okay, so this is called Yin Yang, and it's about things that are different or opposites. Okay, so this one is white and black, but we're going to look at some different ones. So I've got some here, some pictures of Yin Yang symbols, and we've got the same one. We've got one with a black and a white flower. We've got one with some hands holding it together. We've got one with a big sunshine. So quite often you might see these symbols with different patterns around them. They might have animals in them or fish, or there might be a moon and a sun. So we might see them around, and they make people think about things that are different. And so let's think of things that are different. Opposites are about, so if I think opposite about, what about a boy and a girl? So a boy and a girl. What about the sun and the moon? What about, the light and the dark? So there's lots of things that are different and opposite, but with the Yin Yang symbol, it's about making the balance, and it's about thinking about, even if we're not the same, how we can be friends and be together. So there's lots of different patterns. So this one here, it's got the moon and the sun on, so that's a nice one, a Yin Yang symbol. And this one, it's got, I think that's a bit like the sun and the moon. I think this one's a bit like the sun and the moon, but I don't know. Somebody else might think it's the fire, and I don't know. That's how I interpret it. But this one here's got the sun and the moon in, so I think it is the sun and the moon. Let's see what else I've got. And they don't have to be black and white. You can make them any colour you like. Okay, so the original Yin Yang, it is black and white, but these are all different colours. So we've got a green and pink, we've got a blue and white, a red and yellow, we've got a pink and a blue. So you could make yours whatever colours you like, but you need two different colours. Okay, and also some of them have got lots of patterns on them. So these here have got lots and lots of patterns. Should we have a look at these? So these have got lots and lots of beautiful drawings in this piece here, and in this piece here as well. So lots and lots of patterns somebody's put on that one. And this one here, the Yin Yang symbol is in the middle, and all the way round somebody's drawn a really, really beautiful flower in that one. So the Yin Yang symbol is a circle. It's a circle, and in the circle there's two more small circles. There's one biggish circle and two small circles. So I'm going to show you how we're going to make a yin yang. So we're going to do a simple yin yang first, okay, a black and white one, and then I'll show you some other ones. So I've got some different circle things that I found around. So I've got a plate, and I've got an old CD and a lid. So anything you might have at school or at home you could use. So I think at first, you could also use a paper plate if you've got one, but that's okay if you haven't, because not many people have paper plates. So I've got some paper. And I'm going to draw around this plate. But you might not even have much paper at home, so you could use a magazine or something. So you could use a page from a magazine. So you could make your Yin Yang symbol out of a page of a magazine. I'll show you about that in a minute. So I'm just going to use some white paper to start, and I'm going to draw around. I'm going to draw around this plate. You might need help drawing around your plate, but if you can do it by yourself, that's great. If not, there we go. So there's a big circle. Now, if we look at this one, it's got a bit like an S shape, like a snake going down the middle. Now that might be quite difficult for some of you to draw. So what might be easier? It might be easier for you to do a line down the middle. So I can show you both ways, okay? So on this one, I'm going to draw a snake. I'm going to try upside down, so I might not be very good at this. Let's see. Here we go. A snake. all the way around there. That's not bad. It's not a bad snake. But I'm going to do another one on here. I'm going to draw around this lid. So there's my circle there, and I'm going to cut that one out because the snake bit could be a bit tricky for some of you. So if you want to do it by yourself, or if it's much easier to do it this way, I'm going to cut the circle out. And on this one, I'm going to fold my circle in half, and that makes a semicircle. So there's the circle, and I've folded it in half, and it makes a semicircle. So I'm going to cut along there. I'm going to cut along there. And I'm going to stick it on my red lid. I'm going to stick that on my red lid. So we've got a red bit and a white bit there. So here goes. You can either use glue stick or PVA, whatever glue you can find. So there we go. We've got a red and a white. So we've got red and white. So that's the start of that one. And here is the other one. So on this one, I think I'm going to use some things that you might have at home. This is an old rubbish bag, a rubbish bag. So I think most of you might have, and it's a black colour. So I've cut up some of these. I've cut up some of the old rubbish bag, and I'm going to put some black on one side, and then I'm going to put some white on the other side. So I'm going to draw that a bit better there, a bit darker, so I can see where I'm going. So I'm going to put lots of glue on this side here, and I'm going to use this glue here to put the black bits of bin liner down. So you could find anything, but I think most people will be able to find a bin liner if they can't find anything else that's black. Okay. Because the black represents the dark and the white represents the light. So I've put lots of glue on there. And I'm now going to stick bits of bin liner on here. Here's some I cut up earlier. There we go. I'm doing it quite quickly, but you could take your time. Don't rush your work. It's nice to take your time. You can feel this. This makes a nice sound. Can you hear that? It makes a really nice sound. And also you can pull it. That's quite fun. Ooh, oh, that's fun. Break up little bits and put them down. So there we go. We've got some black. Let's see how that is. Is it sticking down? Ooh. Oh, it's a bit sticky, getting stuck to my fingers. Oh, oh, ah. Oh my goodness. There we go. So there's the black side. And now for the white side, I'm going to use some things that in China, they eat lots of rice and noodles. So I've got some rice here, and I've also got some noodles here. And they're both white. So on this piece here, on this bit here, I'm going to put the glue and stick some rice and noodles on. Okay, so lots of glue, lots of glue. Oops. And I'm going to sprinkle some rice on here. See? Ooh, makes a nice sound. Don't know if you can hear that or see that. There we go. I'm going to give it a shaker, 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 and empty it into my tray. Let's see. I think I maybe need a bit more. I might put some noodles on as well. Some noodles. Let's put a bit more glue on. Some noodles on now. Ooh, can you see the noodles? Oh, I'm going to drop them on. I'm going to drop the noodles on. Oh, noodles and noodles. Noodles and noodles. Oh, this is lovely. The noodles feel really nice. Some noodles and a bit more rice. So this is a nice sensory way of making a yin yang symbol. We're going to do some drawing ones in it. So there we go. How does that look? Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. So there's the black and white, and then we need to put the two little circles on. So I need a circle up here. This is a bit tricky. You might need someone to help you to do this bit. So a circle here. It's getting stuck to my fingers. Whoops. Oh, it's coming off. Better cut that bit. That's a bit long. So there's a bit there. And you see how we're getting on here? And then I'm going to do a little circle here for the white. Now I'm not going to use rice. I think that might be, so I'm going to cut a circle out of my bit here. And cut a circle out there. And use the glue to stick it on. There we go. So here we've got a sensory Yin Yang symbol. I'll show you. Where's the other one? Here we go. Here's the Yin Yang symbol, and there's one with rice noodles and bin liner. So Yin Yang symbols are, we can make them as detailed. You could draw beautiful patterns on them or make nice sensory ones. So that's a nice sensory one with rice and noodles and a black bin liner. I'm going to put that one to the side, and then we're going to have a look at maybe using some different colours. As I said before, you can use lots of different colours. That doesn't have to be black and white. So let's see what else we've got, because you might not have coloured paper at home. You might have, oh, a magazine. Let's do a page from a magazine. So I'm going to tear out a page from a magazine. There we go. Put that to the side. So I've got a page from a magazine. I've made quite a mess here, haven't I? Oh, and we've got our bottle top one as well. So that one, that's red and white, and we've got another magazine one here. Oh, and actually, here's one that I started to draw earlier. So you can make them really complicated or really simple. So this one, I think we need something red and white. So, oh, look, I've got a bottle top here. I'm going to stick that on, and then a white bit there. I know, that could work. Or I could find a red pen. I could do a red pen. That might work, or red pen. That's maybe a bit too big, so I'm going to do a red pen here. There's a red circle. And I'm going to cut out, so there's my red, and then I'm going to put another white one on here. So, another little circle. So you can play around making all sorts of different Yin Yang symbols with different sort of things that you've got around, because we don't need to have lots of things to make a Yin Yang symbol. So that circle's a bit big, isn't it? Although I think maybe I should make that one bigger. I'm going to stick that one down there and make this one a bit bigger. So they're opposite. So it's an opposite pattern that you're making. So here we've got red with a white spot, and here we've got white with a red spot. Okay, so it's opposite. So we've got that, and we could also use a magazine. So use anything you've got around the house. And the other thing I wanted to show you was, so this one I started to do earlier. I've started to draw it. I think maybe because some of them have decorations around them. So this one here has got really beautiful decoration around it. So some of you might like to do more detail. So on this one, I'm going to go over some of the lines and maybe add a pattern. So I did the S shape and a circle, and I did some zigzags. And lots of patterns on one side and no patterns on another side. So that could be maybe quiet and loud, or rough and smooth, if we think of opposites. So there's my pattern. Whoops, hold on, I shall show you my pattern. There's my pattern, but I think I might like something around the edge. And I think maybe this is about, it could be about music or jumping, being really, really busy and being really calm and quiet. So I think I'm going to have some spiky bits around here, all a bit like the sunshine. Spiky, spiky, spiky bits all the way around like a sun. And then it might be quite nice to decorate it even more. So you might like to put some much more detail in. So I could do, make a pattern. So you can think of how you'd like to decorate your yin yangs. So it's getting more and more decorative now, more and more decorative. So I might put some, maybe put some bits on the end there, going round and round and round. This is quite fun, making up your own pattern as you go along. It's getting more and more decorative. Okay, so why don't you try at home and see how you can get on making all sorts of different decorative yin yangs. So we've got really, really quite busy ones here using just a pen, or we've got things that you can use with a lid, and we've got a sensory one with rice and a bin liner. Okay, you could also use, you might have a CD at home, you might have a paper plate. Okay, so have a go at using anything that's a circle shape. And if you can't, if it's too difficult to do the Essie shape, the curly shape, this curly shape, remember you can just do a line like we did on the bottle top one. Okay, because that's just a lid of a coffee pot or something. So have a go at playing around, and those of you who'd like to maybe do a much more detailed one. Okay, so it'd be really, really nice to see what you can come up with. Okay, have fun everybody. Bye everyone.